Hello, good evening, 9:10 in the evening, Central European time, +1, live KOI TV. Welcome all, welcome to all the viewers that watch this episode later because of their work or their nighttime or anything. This is a live, we have the Dutch live stream that was just finished, and now it's the English one. If you have any questions and you don't want to write it down in English, please write it down in Dutch, and then I will try to I will translate it and answer in English. Please put it in the top chat, and we're gonna see some KOI of the week. We can maybe have a look at the XXL tank, but above all, this is a Q&A, so I can try to answer all pond related, KOI related questions, and then yeah, here we go again. So yeah, looking forward to this evening, to this hour. So about 1 hour, depends also on the amount of questions, of course. And yeah, I'm gonna show you some. We are rebuilding the shop, so it's going well, and yeah, going a lot of work in this holiday. But in Holland, it's really not so good weather. Let's put it that way. A lot of rain. Maybe you hear it now, but it's raining again. And the holidays started here a week ago, and since then it's pouring down. So a lot of indoor activities here. So we're a bit early, so maybe that's also the reason why we don't have any questions yet. But we can have a look at the XXL tank. We had a malfunction with the controller of the XXL tank. It was the end of all. It was not a controller. It was a problem with the electricity panel, but that's fixed, and now it's working again. Douwe asked me if the Biosponge filter media is available in Holland. The real Biosponge, not yet. It's gonna come. It's coming by boat because it takes a lot of space, and that's why it's really expensive to put it in an airplane. So we are waiting for the ship to board the harbor, and then we're gonna get it again. Ronald Hansen, do you know the filter ozone that's connected to the air pump and then to the air in the pond? Does it work? One moment, don't share the screen yet, but I will. Check. I don't know. Oh, if it's the ozone. Oh yeah. No, that is. It's not the same. Of course, it's ozone, but it's not like an ozone system we can use. For example, this is. Sorry. Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah. You can share it. This is the. It's not from filtration. It's maybe they name it themselves, but there are quite many. The Ozone is one of the brands. They have it. Cibo, Aquaforte used to have it. I don't think they have it anymore. But it's the UV lamp also produces some ozone, and it's between the glass and the lamp itself. And by pushing out, or pushing by air with the air pump, the air between the lamp and the quartz glass into a mixer, as you can see here, goes in here. Here's a venturi, so the air from the air pump goes in together with the water. I think it's really important to mix the ozone really well. It's really low dose, but still it's really important not to have the water directly into the pond. You don't want the ozone to touch your koi or yourself. So what you need is a good reaction fat where the water and the ozone can react on each other, and then when the water comes out, all the ozone should be gone or should be filtered by a carbon filter, carbon air filter. Yeah, that's really important, but it's not the same. It's such a low dose, so it's not. Maybe the water gets a bit more clear, but you cannot get a redox above 340 with this. It's not possible. Yeah, or you have 1 or 2 liter pond, but if in a normal pond, it's no. So and it's no. So it's quite an old system, maybe already 15 years old already for sure, and in the beginning quite popular, but yeah, many companies stopped with this system. Oh, here. Mike says, can you measure the water in the XXL tank if you don't have any question? I will. Maybe we can do that later. Now you need to get water from there, and then we can test it, for example. But you have to get a mug or a glass, and then get some water. Albert, hello. Stefan, in the moving bed biofilter, are all the plastic media much the same, or is there a champion that is better than the others? Yeah, DJ, there's a champion. I like the Helix. I like the Helix. Can you, Marlijn, can you, from the blue vat, we have the... Yeah. I like the Helix a lot, and the reason is like, yeah, you can use any medium with a lot of surface that will work, but with the moving bed you don't want, and if the bacteria are outside of the Helix, these will be touched again and again and again, because it's all the media is going, yeah, next to each other, bumping next to each other. This maybe you have a few so you can show by your camera, or this Helix has the most protective area compared to other moving bed medium. So this has, for example, 400 square meter. When you have 1 cubic meter of this, it has 400 square meter protected area, and the K1 has, I think, 320, 340, so 60 meters more surface, protected surface. That's what I like about this. Also the size I like. It's quite big, not that big, but bigger than the rest, and therefore it's really difficult to get stuck in the return if you have holes or some openings. The chance of getting stuck with this is really small. Yeah, so I like this, and price wise it's good. For the Tempest there's the K1 Plus that is also really well, works also really well, but that I didn't, it's too small for my moving bed. It will go into my pump and everywhere, so we use it only in the Tempest, and it works really, really well. Good question. How do you keep koi correct in quarantine? How much water do you change? How many food do you give? What do you do with sick koi, new koi for more growth? Whew. That's a long question, and I hope a long answer. Yeah, keep koi correct in quarantine. Depends. You have to make sure that the size of the koi will match, or the size of the quarantine will match the size of the koi. If you have a 600 liter tank and you have 4 koi of 45, 55 centimeters, I wouldn't put them in there. I think they're going to jump out if there's not a lid on, and it's difficult to keep the water good. So I would prefer 1 ton, 1.5 ton of quarantine. So you need some space. The rest, it's like a small pond. So you need good aeration, good filtration. For quarantine, it's important to have good filtration. And you can choose, for example, for a bucky shower in combination with a sieve or a drum filter, small drum filter, of course. Then then it's really, really good result. So that's what I like about those, especially the trickle or the bucky shower, because if you don't leave your quarantine tank running, this will, when you start it up, it will work really quick, and it will start up really fast as well. So you've got the mechanical filtration, the aeration, the water splitting where the ammoniac goes out, but also the bacteria will start quite fast, will grow quite fast in those filter systems. So I would do that. UV, normally quarantine room is inside a shed or a garage, and then I wouldn't use UV. If they will be clear. Most tanks here don't have UV because there's not enough light coming in. And you can, if your filtration system is okay, then you can feed them as you would do in a pond. That's for the quarantine, and you could feed them as much as you do in a pond, but we do a bit less. We just want to keep them as healthy. We don't want to grow them in the quarantine period. We just want to monitor them, mix the water. So mix the water with the pond water eventually, but first, or put pond water from your quarantine tank. Put pond water from your pond into your quarantine tank. So the new koi can get used to that water. That's important. That's for quarantine purpose. But if you use it as a growing tank, then it's something different. You need to rinse more. You're gonna feed much more, and you have to keep in mind that a pond of 20 ton is more stable than a smaller tank, than a tank of 2 ton. But it's also more difficult to adjust a pond. So if your pond is out of balance, let's say out of balance, the ammonia goes up and you have to rinse, it takes a lot longer, more time, more water to get the same result as a 2 ton quarantine room. You can easily rinse it and get low levels of nitrate and ammonia. So yeah, it's like a pond, but with a turbo. You need some extra, especially when you put a few tosei in to grow them. Keep them. And let's have a look. We need to get the two koi I showed in the Dutch live stream. We need to put them back, and then I can show you how a quarantine room is working really well. I said a drum filter, but the Tempest is also working really well at this moment. Then, while Merlin is setting the camera, getting the camera ready. Hi Stefan, I have got a sieve 2 times a day, rinsed, a 3-chamber filter. The first chamber is brushes. I don't think you need brushes at the first chamber because you already have the sieve. I assume the sieve is in front, in line with the multi-chamber chamber filter. So I would do something else in the brush room. Maybe moving that, and by moving the dirt will all fall down and it will go on the bottom, and then mods, for example, because your question is the mods are getting really dirty every time. What to do? So it means your sieve is not rinsing all your big particles. So check what the width of your sieve is, and you have 200 and 300 micron, so you can have a 200 micron, and you can so that is really so that is what you could do, and the moving bed instead of the brushes, because the brushes, I think they don't work as a pre-filter at this moment, because they will not get any leaves in, and normally brush filters, the brushes are for getting the leaves and the blanket weed or like that. Okay, I'll do the rest of the questions later. We first have a look at the quarantine setup, as you can do, as we have here. Yeah? Okay. And the people that didn't see the Dutch live stream can have a look at the new space we have. There's a lot of change. That's what I forgot to tell in the Dutch live stream. The 10-ton tank has first had a sieve with a super bead, and now has a drum filter with the trickle tower, and it works really well. And you can see some Sakai Kohaku coming by, and some yellow monkey, and they're doing really well. For tonight we will put something on the side so they don't jump out the first night in. You always have to be careful, but they're really doing well, and they pretend they're like they've been there all their lives, but doing really well. In here are still some koi, a beautiful Maruten Sanke Wagoi, so that means with scales, and a Deutsche Showa. Deutsche Showa, that's also really beautiful. But these are gonna go out. It's no problem for those two, just a half an hour in, it's no problem at all. Water in here is not that warm. Water in the tank where they are. It's also not that hot, so warm. It's the same, so it's okay. Let's go this side, this way. This was not possible since yesterday. Now we can walk up to here. And we can see this setup. This is all Miyatora Jumbo Tosai. And I will put this away for now. But yeah, I'll leave it on just to show you. We have a pump inside because we don't want to make too much holes in the fiberglass. Fiberglass cannot doesn't like water, so only because of the coating it's okay with water, but fiberglass itself doesn't like water because it's gonna fall apart again. So we don't want too much holes in, because that's waiting for to get the fiberglass out. So that's why we have a pump inside. That's going to be, the water is going to be pushed in through the Tempest. They're going to be cleaned tomorrow. So today we didn't do. We don't do this every day. Every third day we do. But this is quite a lot of fish in. Have quite a lot of fish in, quite a lot of food, and then from there, this is a much cheaper than a drum filter, much less space, and working really well. It can have about 5,000 liters per hour, and then from there it goes into a rather big trickle tower. This is the super shower, and the super shower is not made anymore, but it really works well. So yesterday we had to move one of the filters, and we didn't check it for a year, but the filters, the stones inside were as clean as when they came out of the box. So the Tempest is holding all the big particles. It filters out, and this is only for the bacteria, and works really well. We need some extra oxygen. We always have in here, but because I needed to catch the koi, I shut it down. But there's extra air in, and works really, really well. This is at this moment, 2.5 ton, 3 ton tank. So this is quite, that is really, I like that a lot. Sorry, I'm thinking about, I need to feed the koi, so this is in 2.5 ton, really good space for this size koi, but also for bigger koi, more amount, and still feeding a lot. This is better for the aeration. Like for the aeration, this is also one breeder, all Isomia, Showa, Igoromo, and also they are really well, developing really good. And this is 2 tanks on 1 Tempest and a 3-layer trickle tower. So really working well. But even with bigger fish, you can see here, even bigger fish, all karashi, these are 50 centimeters. This is now 1.5 ton of water, and the fish are doing also really, really well. I'm really happy with those things. Same setup, Tempest, a lot of rain, no, Tempest, and the super shower. So yeah. So that would be a really good setup for a quarantine filter. Oh, that's good. 200 micron should be enough. So I think you need to adjust your the brushes. I was using the K1 micro, but that's too small. I've used the K. I now use the K plus. It's okay in my filter. Yeah, the K1 plus has a special film. When it's new, it has a special film, and the bacteria. The startup is really quick. That's the K plus. The K1 micro is so tiny, it's really difficult to get not get it in your pump or in your filtration system. But the other one, the K plus, is also, I like it also, DJ. You're welcome, Willem. Ariando, what's the price for 3 kilo color food? Please check koihuis.nl. It should be in there. I don't want to be this. Yeah. So please check there. It should be there. I use a Nexus Easy. I've got a Nexus, guys. I've got a Nexus. You can just pick up if you want. Use a Nexus Easy as a pre-filter with a trickle on a 1100 liter container with 3 koi, and that does not seem to grow. Willem, I don't know how many water you rinse, but that's really important, and not once a week, but I would do continuous, like 15% for example, or even more, and you will have a lot better. You have more growth. Good food, that's also important. Good food, and yeah, it will go. They will grow. Hello, Stefan. What can you do about the black? Black aanslag, black layer of, it's like bacteria and algae. You can, for example, not example, you have to aerate. The aeration is really important. Sometimes the black is also bacteria, so it's like it looks like an algae, but it's a big colony of bacteria. It's not a bacteria that make whole disease, but yeah, it's another kind. You can easily brush it off. What's that? Now, come on, guys. Green control will work, that will work, and aeration is really important. Now it says, will my Karashi koi still be okay in the 1500 liter or just in the pond? This is, your koi is swimming in that tank I just showed with maybe 6-7 other Karashi, no problem at all. I want more flow in my pond. What do you normally do for the building? You for how to do, or I don't know what you mean. The flow is good for the body of the koi. Sometimes you see koi that they are too fat, so they need less food, but also more movement, more. They need to exercise. So then sometimes that's really good if you mean like qua bouw. yeah, so that's important for that. And how to do is, I would make a shortcut from the pre-filter to your pond, or a pump into your pond, which is only being used for flow. It's better not to have a big flow in your filtration system. Ooh. Davey says, what's the optimal flow for a multi-chamber filter with compartments of 1000 liter each? Depends on what you have what you've got in the multi-chamber filter. We had multi-chamber 1200 liter per chamber. We had, the first one was empty. It was like a big vortex. And the other two had 800 liter moving bed helix in there, and the best results we had flow wise, the best result we had was 12,000 liter per hour. That was really, for the biological for the biological system, that was really the best flow. The reason why we removed that filtration system was the return was a long pipe. It was let's say 20 meters. 20 meters and 110. So 110 pipe, 110 mil pipe, and there was a lot of dust in there every time. So when we stopped the pump and we started up again, it started flowing again, and it was the whole pond was brown. So we didn't like that. That's why we adjusted it, and we stopped it, and we only used bucket showers, because we removed the big tanks over there. So we had 1-2 extra bucket showers. So instead of one, we had 4 bucket showers, and that had a better result for us. And that's also our XXL tank has only 3 bucket showers, and a drum filter, a protein skimmer without ozone. The ozone can be switched on, but most of the times it's off. Drum filter, protein skimmer, 3 bucket showers, and we have a really good result on the water quality and on the growth and everything. So you have to check, Davey, you have to check yourself by a digital water quality ammonia and nitrate meter, where you can see what's the best flow. Of course you can bypass, so you can have a bigger pump, and you can just buy, most pumps are nowadays adjustable, and you can do like a bypass, so you have more flow into your pond. But please check after, when your filtration system is been running for about 4, 5, 6 weeks, then start adjusting the flow, so you can see what's better, what's your best flow. No, you can mix together. You can K1, and it's about the same material. It's the same material, but sometimes people already have helix. But you will see it will be stuck together, or there will be a small amount of one filter medium pushed in a corner. So I hear a lot of people that first mixed their moving bed material, and then they had to sort it out whole weekend long to do all the big ones, all the small ones, and then they, for some reason, they didn't want to mix anymore. Okay, that's that. We have a what we have. Oh. You're welcome, Davey. Nice you're watching this live stream. For the people that are joining a bit later, every Wednesday 9:15, English version, and the Dutch is from 8 till 9. We have got a giveaway. I need to what do I need? Oh yeah, I need to refresh range, and then we can do, if you like to join in for we have a Daruma mock. This we cannot give away, and maybe this is, I try to get another one of this one. I need to get it again, so this will be in 1 week available after this. If not available anymore, if I cannot get it, I will give you something else, but there are 2 prizes, so this and the Daruma mock we're gonna do. But you have to put in KOI TV. What's your, oh, that's a good one, Davey. So while everybody's putting in KOI TV and KOI House and KOI Cave and whatever, what's your thoughts about static bed? The static bed in the Tempest filters I like a lot. That's working really well. But you need to be, I can really easily see, okay, this is doing really well, or this is getting really dirty. But I used to have one of the multi-chambers. The first one was static bed at the first period, and yeah, you need to, however it looks like on the top, you need to rinse it at least once a week, better twice a week, and yeah, sometimes you think, oh, it's doing really well, or it's now clean, and then you find some dirt in the medium, and that's why I like the moving bed, because all the dirt is getting scratched off and will go down. And yeah, we only had to open the bottom for about 10 seconds. We had clean water, and the moving bed particles were really clean. Clean as in no fish poop or any organic material in there. So that was really, that's why I like a moving bed better than static bed. Okay, KOI TV. Let's go back to the Nightbot. First we're gonna do this for your desk. This is Hans Besem, his trophy, but I think I can get another one, so so I'm gonna do this lottery. So don't come pick it up tomorrow. Don't pick it up tomorrow. I have to send it in a week, and so we're gonna do this first. 3, 2, 1. Bert Rijke. Bert, I will send it, I think, to you. Please text me, and so I know your address again, and maybe you're gonna say, hey, sometimes I know you order something from our shop, so maybe we put it in there, but it takes a week. And the Daruma walk, don't go away yet, because I've got some information I wanted to share and I forgot. 3, 2, 1. DJ Smee, congratulations. Let me know if I have to send it to you, or you're gonna pick it up someday. Please let me know. The things I wanted to say. First, I want to say we're going to Japan, of course, in the autumn again, October, November, and we invite you to come with us to Japan. We have a few groups going, and there are some places, some space. We don't want busy groups, but small groups, and yeah, maybe it's nice to come, or maybe it's really a really big adventure to come and join us to the koi hunt of 2023 in the autumn. If you want to join us, you can also join us when you're not Dutch. If you want to join us, please visit, text me, email me, call me, or visit our shop, and I can talk about all the all the information. I can talk you through, and maybe I can book your tickets. That's that. The other thing I wanted to say, I forgot. Oh, I wanted to say, please subscribe, like this video, and I hope to see you next time at the live stream again, the Dutch and the English, and see you see you later. Helaas pindakaas. Okay. Bye bye.